degrees. We're past the weatherman 17 degrees. He didn't stand a chance today, believe me. But I think it's going to be 24 degrees. And, well, Barbara's kind of close to me. She says 23 degrees today. It's going to be fun to find out who wins. It really is plenty of day to go. Coming into a new weekend too. It is Friday, May 14th. And, well, let me do this first.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 13 after 10 o'clock. And for everybody that's joining us this morning on Facebook Live, got to welcome you all along. Believe me, I've been excited about coming to Friday all week. I really have, because we're catching up with the Kiwi, going up to the far north and catching up with Dave Maybe out of the band, the SaddleBlasters. And, well, you remember that we actually released a brand new song of theirs, Our Poor Angel, just a few weeks ago. We really did. I tell you what, for those of you that are going to be watching this a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? Yeah, no, you do. You know, sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Yeah, a bell, because we give you important notifications for when we have important people like Dave Maybe join us. And, well, what do you mean you don't remember Our Poor Angel? You missed it. Tell you what, let's do it now. You're right here at Galaxy. Here's the SaddleBlasters. So we've still got a couple of minutes. So how's it been going up there, bro?
Great, actually. It's generally been sort of unseasonably warm up to this morning. And then winter decided to really open the fridge doors.
Believe me, I know what you mean, man.
We are lucky though, Grant, as we know that we have, all 4 seasons here in New Zealand. We do get to experience them, and generally they're not too bad.
Well, for the tourists that may be in New Zealand, you can experience all 4 of those seasons in one day if you go to Auckland.
And Melbourne.
Yeah, well, okay, Melbourne. We'll throw Melbourne in.
Hey,
yeah.
Anthony.
I tell you what, it's been pretty much the same here. Really warm. Barbara was saying this morning, she goes, one of her trees, all of a sudden, down goes all the leaves. Just one tree, but it's got to let everything go, all at once.
Yep.
It's got
So
perfect
it
timing.
happened with us about 4 days ago. Same thing. 3-4 days ago, all the leaves come down.
Yeah, believe me, it's a seasonal thing, but it's really weird how just one plant, bang, all at once.
I hate that though.
Yeah, because you got to go and clean it up, right?
No, let the sheep eat them.
Anthony Ligori is watching. Nice to have you on board again, brother man.
Thank
Dave, Anthony Ligori is Galaxy's resident Elvis. He looks like Elvis. He sounds like Elvis.
Okay.
Really talented man. I don't know whether you've ever heard of the band The Hammond Brothers.
I have.
Okay, well, they're good friends of ours, and Anthony tours with them.
All right.
And at the moment, in fact, he's doing a TV series with them. So,
Okay, very good.
he's watching anyway, believe me.
He's in the room.
He's in the house.
Yep.
Yes.
He ain't left it. He's in there.
He's right in there, believe me.
Get it, mate. Get it.
Okay, so we're coming up.
Sure.
I haven't got all of the answers, but I'll do everything that I can. Way out in the forest, way out on the sand, run my beauties before me, run with the wind while you can, run with the wind while you can.
It's the SaddleBlasters and our furry angel right here at Galaxy. Absolutely love that. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, we just played our furry angel. Now, I gotta be honest with you, love the track, and I really do love the video. You gotta go and check it out, you really do. It's absolutely a piece of art, it really is. And joined today from the band, the SaddleBlasters, way up north. Nice to be up there, around Raglan Place, I think it is, or something like that anyway. Is a good friend of ours, Dave Maybe. Nice to have you back, Dave. Kia ora, bro.
Kia ora, bro. Kia ora. Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Barbara. Nice to be back on air with you guys.
It's always a pleasure, and I tell you what, I was listening to the song Our Furry Angel as it was finishing, and I'm thinking, hold on, this is starting to sound a little doubly here, so what's going on? Then I realised you were actually playing your guitar to it as well.
I thought I'd just add a couple of notes in there.
Right, that settles the confusion, because I'm sitting there going, what? Hey? Where did that come from?
Snuck that in.
Yeah, you kind of did. Now, let's refresh our audience's memories. Tell us a bit about our furry angel. And it was voiced by, of course, John Grennell, John Hoare, a New Zealand country legend here at Galaxy as well. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so the song here is sung in the main by John throughout. We first recorded this. I produced 3 radio programs for Radio New Zealand out of Broadcasting House in Wellington, quite a few years ago, around 1991 from memory. And those 3 programs were called Wings of Horses. So they focused on, largely horse songs. A good mate of ours who we later formed a band with, the SaddleBlasters. So the songwriter Neil Hersey, who's from right up Northland, Whangarei way, he wrote the song after going into the Alpori forest, right up north, from sort of Kaitaia, right up 90 Mile Beach, which is really just one huge pine plantation and full of these wild horses. And these horses are reputedly, they're all Arab stock, and they're horses that swam off a shipload of them that apparently were destined for Samuel Marsden. So they were shipwrecked somewhere off around Ahipara. So the story goes, they swam ashore because they're great horses, they're great swimmers, and largely settled in this sort of 90-mile beach. So it's about maybe 7 kilometres wide by about 140, I think, high. So that whole headland, if you want, right up to Cape Reinga, has been the home to these wild horses, and they call them the Alpori herd. So yeah, they're all Arab stock, and they're magnificent animals. And I've been into the forest with Neil, so he became sort of one of the unofficial guardians of them, because he's a fine horseman himself, and was just impressed to see these beautiful wild creatures in their own habitat, and really wrote the story of them from their perspective. But also thinking also of the Kaimanawa horses, and wild horses around the world are still threatened. Even the Mustangs in America that are protected, a lot of people just regard them as wild animals to kill, sadly. So yeah, he wrote the song, largely from their perspective. Beautiful song. I love it.
Dave, that's a fantastic story in itself. It really is. But let's skip on over to the absolute piece of art that was put together in the video. How did this come about as well? Because believe me, it really is fantastic.
Okay, well, I edited it, and it was from footage from several sources. the main source of it is from a country calendar program that Country Calendar did on Neil Hersey himself as both a horseman and also as a songwriter. So he, along with a whole bunch of mates of his, wranglers, horse wranglers, they went into the forest and looked at following one particular band of wild horses. So the Country Calendar team, Television New Zealand, they did this special on him. So most of the footage kindly comes from them. And then there's some other footage taken from another time when Neil was visiting along with some other mates in the forest. They had a Super 8 camera. He gave me the footage, so I cut that with the Television New Zealand and also some photographs. Some of it's what you'd call pretty grainy, but it was just to try and capture the location and the spirit of these wild creatures. And believe me, these are big horses. Some of them would be at least 17, 18 hands tall. They are very big animals. But they're just wonderful, really wonderful. So that's the background to the story, and sort of how I got, one, the song itself, and secondly, how I got the footage of what you see in the video.
Well, I got to be honest with you, I get the feeling of, it's majestic.
Yeah.
To put it in a word, let's call it majestic, because believe me, it is an absolute piece of art. It really is, and I recommend everybody going, having a look online. Literally, type in the SaddleBlasters, Awapuri Angel, and believe me, you can't go wrong from there. You will absolutely love it. Now, Dave, we're a little pressed for time, so we better move on. And I want to talk to you about I Won't Ever Get Over You. With a few drinks and a couple of, females, I might get over you sooner or later, but,
Cheers, Mike.
Tell me all about this.
Okay, so this is, again, another song that our principal songwriter, Neil Hersey, wrote. And while it was recorded, Neil was doing another album called, that I produced for him, called Cowboy Country. And it's very much sort of, again, around very much the sort of horse theme, but not only just the horse theme, more from the perspective of somebody who's living a Western way of life, and, all the trials and tribulations and experiences that they have. So I asked Neil recently, knowing that, feeling confident it would generate some interest in the song, about what the background was about, which I'll presently tell you. But so Neil, as I said, we recorded this in 2007 and released it on that album. However, after releasing it, John had heard it and said, "Oh, look, I love that, that song. It's just," and from doing a love song. John's, has his own output in terms of what he likes to sing about. But he just loved this. The real sort of Jim Reeves way of singing that John really captures, welcome to our world sort of thing. So we were on tour. We'd been touring up Northland somewhere around 2007, 2009, and I happened to have my laptop and a good, valve microphone with me, a preamp and a Pro Tools set up on the computer. So we were staying at Neil's ranch, Hidden Valley Ranch, and I said to John, let's fire this track up and see if you put down a vocal. He said, yeah, sure. So literally we shot there and then, 2 takes, and I said to the guys, I said, oh look, I'll put something together sometime. So it took time, but now you're hearing it. So basically we replaced most of Neil's main vocals with John, kept some of Neil's, and what you're hearing is a real totally new remix and we record the vocals of the song. So that's the background to the recording of it. But when I asked Neil about it, I always thought it was, I won't ever get over you. He said, well, it's not really. He said, this could apply to somebody who's sitting outside looking up into the night sky and sees a star and remembers somebody or something. So if you literally try that, listen to it at night, look up under the skies, and just see what you experience.
Ah, okay, it's got hidden messages. This is cool. I'm liking this. I really am. And believe me, absolutely love that. I really, really do. So now we're going to move on. We're going to play it for you. But first of all, I got to say hi to Paul Marshall from Do It Management as well. Thank you for assisting us with the making of this particular interview. It is an absolute pleasure to catch up with Dave Maybe from the SaddleBlasters yet again. Here's their brand new track, I Won't Ever Get Over You, right here at Galaxy. Good morning.
I won't ever get over you or the things we used.
How you feeling, Dave? You okay?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Hey, thank you. Sorry if I rave on a bit.
Oh, no, it's all
There's
good,
a
bro.
Kiwi for you raving on. I mean, Grant's guilty of it.
Yeah, am I?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have thunk it.
Yeah.
Gosh.
He does. He
I
does.
missed that.
He
What was
raves
that?
on a bit.
She reckons being Kiwi males, we do tend to rave on a bit. Even I'm guilty
really?
of it. Apparently I'm guilty of it.
Yeah, we have to raise our voices to be heard sometimes.
What?
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Particularly in my husband's family of 5 boys, 4
Right,
boys.
yeah. Poor old Barbara's outnumbered in her husband's family of 5 boys.
Well,
you
there's
see,
5 now
Oh.
because of the...
Yeah, so
brother-in-law.
now she feels that she has to raise her voice just to be heard.
But there's only 2
Okay.
of us... No, 3 of us
Um,
women.
This is a lovely track, and I'm really glad that we managed to capture John when I did,
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like I was saying about the rest of the album. There's a lot of these tracks which I've sort of regarded what I call orphan tracks because they haven't generally appeared on one, record or compilation, and they've sat around here, in my hard drives. And I'm always thinking, must do something with that and this one and that one, So now with, through Paul's assistance, we've had that opportunity to do this. And I'm pleased to see them flying out the door, so to speak.
Well, believe me, bro, not only do we love Kiwi music, but we also love John. We really do. We love the SaddleBlasters here at Galaxy. When we started to play this, I'm not kidding you, we didn't say anything to anybody, as we normally do, and people were just going, who's this? We got so many requests to find out who, what, when, where, and how, that we just had to do this anyway.
Hey, that's great to hear.
It is.
I mean, as the producer, I believe in this, these songs. And, I produced a lot of stuff, and working with John and Neil, that combination songwriter, singer. I mean, Neil's a fantastic singer as well. And it's very rare.
Dave, I'm just going to have to cut you off there. We've got to go
Sure.
back to the desk. Sorry, bro.
I will always be strong and true. That I can get over you. I will always be strong and true. I can't ever get over you. Galaxy.
Lead singer, yes, John Grenell, John Hall to everybody here in New Zealand. Of course, Neil Hershey in there, and Dave Maybe make up the SaddleBlasters, and believe me, I Won't Ever Get Over You, their brand spanking new song here at Galaxy, releasing it to the world this morning. Absolutely a premiere, and I'm loving this. I really am. And Dave, it is always a pleasure to be able to play your music here at Galaxy. Do you have anything in the pipeline? Are we going to do another one?
We've got, in total, I think there's 25 songs to release.
Oh, well, okay, we'll get to know each other until our beers go grey, right?
Thank you.
I'm loving this, I really am. So, Dave, don't go anywhere just yet. Hang in there, my friend. But in the meantime, let's go back over to the other studio. It is 27 away from 11 o'clock, 21 degrees downtown, heading close to Barbara's 23, my 24. It's going to get there. Coming into a brand new weekend, Friday, May 14th. You're right here at Galaxy. Good morning.